Doing week 14 in college football here at SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We're talking right now via phone with Steve from collegefootballwinning.com. Steve, thanks for being back with us this week.
Thank you for having me back, Peter.
Okay, the second game that you chose to talk about, Middle Tennessee State at Arkansas State. This is for the Sun Belt Championship. Now, I've been very, very high on Arkansas State all year. Not 100% sure that the Arkansas State giving 10 points in the Sun Belt title game is a great thing. But we'll see what you have to say about Arkansas State. Is off a bye, of course. Middle Tennessee State off a pretty impressive win over Troy. They kind of, they're having injuries and personnel issues, but they do tend to gut out wins and covers week after week. So it makes me a little bit nervous going against them, especially when they're a big underdog. But here's a quote from their defensive coordinator that really kind of says it all. He said, "You hate to say you're running out of bodies, but we are. But that's why winning this game over Troy means even more. It makes it tough. These guys have a warrior-type attitude." So I'm looking at this thinking, an elite Sun Belt team, Arkansas State, off of a bye, facing a Middle Tennessee State team that's having injury problems, not off a bye, and maybe got a gutty win last week, and now they're just like going to have nothing left for this one. Maybe Arkansas State minus 10 is the play. What do you think?
I understand why you say that, and I respectfully disagree.
Oh.
And let's see if I can convince you here.
Okay.
You mentioned that you didn't say it this way, but it's a de facto Sun Belt Conference championship game since they don't have an official one. But just scheduling-wise, these two teams are at the top of the Sun Belt Conference. So here's our championship game. They're both 6-1 in conference play, and they're both 8-3 overall. By the numbers, these teams are quite similar. Both teams feature efficient passers, but would prefer to run the ball. Middle Tennessee State runs the ball about 58% of the time. Arkansas State about 56% of the time. Looking at the running game, Middle Tennessee State ranks 35th in the FBS. Arkansas State ranks 33rd, so very similar. Again, total defense. Middle Tennessee State ranks 82nd. Arkansas State ranks 81st. These two look very, very similar. These two teams played 7 teams in common. Both were 6-1 straight up. Middle Tennessee State averaged winning by 5.86 points against those teams, while Arkansas State averaged winning by 8.57 points. That's a difference of less than a field goal per game. So Middle Tennessee was 5-1-1 against the spread against those 7 common opponents. Arkansas State was 4-3 against the spread against those 7 common opponents. The last time these teams met 2 years ago in Arkansas, it was a lopsided game. Arkansas State won 45-19, but the Blue Raiders, they were a different team back then, and they turned the ball over 7 times. This year, Middle Tennessee State is 4th in the country against FBS competition in that all-important turnover margin category. Arkansas State will be without their best defensive back, Don Jones, for the first half of this game. He's also the number 3 on the team in tackle. He's serving a mandatory conference suspension because he was ejected last game against Troy. Against the spread in away games this season, Middle Tennessee loves playing at home. They're 5-1 against the spread at home and straight up. I'm sorry, away. Middle Tennessee is 5-1 against the spread and straight up when playing in away games. Compare that to Arkansas State at home, where they're 2-3 against the spread this year. According to our power ratings here at collegefootballwinning.com, one of our metrics suggests that the line is off by just 1.5 points. Arkansas State should be favored by 8.5 points. That's not such a big deal or a big discrepancy. But another one of our metrics suggests that Arkansas State should only be favored by 3 points. And that indicates that the line might be off by a full touchdown. So looking at either metric, there's value on Middle Tennessee State at +10. And again, we like the contrarian play of taking Middle Tennessee since they are just getting about 39% of the public betting action right now. And again, that quote you brought up from the defensive coordinator at Middle Tennessee State, he knows he's really going to have to fight it out to get a win here, which is different from getting a +10 point cover. So we like Middle Tennessee State +10 points here.
Yeah, and I can also see Middle Tennessee State employing a game plan to shorten the game and limit Arkansas State's possessions, which will make those 10 points loom even larger. Does make some sense, Steve. We'll see how this turns out. Thanks for another great preview.